God, that sprayed every. Good evening, vampires, werewolves, and all other nocturnal beings. Welcome to the mid-season finale of Tiddies By Night. One of those ones. A Vampire the Masquerade actual play run entirely by creatures of marginalized genders and presented by Tabletop Tiddies. That's the one. My name is Kelly. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be your storyteller for tonight. But before we get into the episode, we want to acknowledge the colonial history of Canada and how Canada has and continues to take from Indigenous people. The effects of colonization are still felt to this day, and we acknowledge that this episode is being recorded on the stolen lands of the Secwepemc, Semiahmoo, Katzie, Kwantlen, Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, and Coast Salish First Nations. If you would like to know more about the effects of colonization and support some Indigenous charities and organizations, you can go to the resources page on our website at tabletoptiddies.com/resources. With me, I am joined by the investigators of the occult and unusual.
Hello, my name is Emily Matchette. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Imogen Wright, the Slubry, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Hello, everybody. My name is Charlene Bear. I go by Char. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Octavia Smith, the Tremere, whose pronouns are also she, her, and she's very scared of all her beloved coterie stuck in the bottom of a hole with a snake mummy. It's dead now. I don't know what's going on. Very scary.
Hey, my name's Rachel Theilade. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Evelyn Stormloft, the Nosferatu, whose pronouns are also she, her. And I might want to stab someone. I don't know.
Don't stab me!
And we are once again joined by a friend.
Hey.
Hello. I am a friend. My name is Sara Mayfield. My pronouns are she, her. And today I'm playing Wright, whose pronouns are it. And he's a nos. And he is cool.
In it. I like that 4 is too many for Tiddies By Night. We just cannot mentally handle.
We're just like, what?
What? What do we do on the fourth one?
A friend.
Today, we are using, as per usual, Sirenscape, which is a free-to-use program. It helps to make our stream more atmospheric by having music, sound effects, and perhaps some lovely sires from some people you may know in the family. You can use it too. It is free at sirenscape.com.
Oh, Dennis, me. I'm next. I have a shout out. It's time for me to grab the script, which I totally scrolled down to ahead of time. Today we are shouting out Dork Tales. Dork Tales. There we go. We got it. Dork Tales is the home of fantastic stories and epic friendships told by a passionate cabal of creatives from the Pacific Northwest. They are a story-first, fun-focused group that strives to provide a welcoming, inclusive, supportive, and accessible experience for diehard fans and casual viewers alike. Right now, their lineup includes both official and original Dungeons & Dragons adventures, including their own homebrew setting, Elos, Land of the Wandering Gods, as well as Cyberpunk Red, and the World of Darkness Mage the Ascension Chronicle, set in the Victorian era, with full costuming and an all-femme cast, which is rad. We love to see it.
You love to hashtag love to see it.
Mm-hmm. To join,
And also, we need to specifically applaud their full costuming in this heat.
The heat? Pacific Northwest, if you're unaware, is literally on fire right now. Oh. So, kudos. I don't know if I could.
I wouldn't.
If you want to join their party and watch all their fun stuff, twitch.tv/dorktales is the place to be for live episodes and VODs. Or if you want to check out their back catalog, head on over to youtube.com/dorktales. By the way, did we hit the
We're
YouTube?
so close. If someone watching now has not subscribed to our YouTube, please do it, because right now we're youtube.com/gibberish. But I would really love to just be youtube.com/tabletop tiddies. If you're not following us, follow us on YouTube.
We are at 9. We're at 98.
We need two
of you. Just go subscribe on
people.
YouTube.
Please.
Two of you, or one of you to go tell a friend something.
But
We're
also,
so close.
But also, Dork Tales is amazing, and I should have done that during their shout out. But also,
I thought you were done the shout out.
but I mean, like, it was right after, so I felt like I stole their thunder. But also, we love them, so
We're all friends here.
we're all friends here. Yeah.
We got this, y'all. Solid
Woo.
landing. All right. Are we ready to go?
Yes.
I don't know.
start.
Sure.
Solid start.
Solid start.
We're doing great.
Listen, it's the Olympics, y'all. While they're getting gold medals on sprinting, we're stumbling.
fine.
There's a metaphor
We're
there.
doing a solid jog. Maybe.
I just needed to give a bad metaphor while I sagged. Anyways, potential trigger warnings for this episode: blood, gore, violence, vermin, and snakes. I didn't specify snakes last time, and I apologize. That was my B. Previously on Tiddies by Night. After being stalked through the fog of Southwark, the investigators of the Occult and Unusual fought back a group of caitiff, leaving one of them for dead and one of them gravely wounded. Rat led the others to the location it had woken up the night before, which turned out to be an old defensive barracks, converted into a flu ward. They discovered... Man, sirenscapes all over the place. They discovered that it had recently been abandoned with all of the patients missing. Octavia was able to find evidence that the caitiffs had made this place their haven, and with Prophet's help, they located their cache of weapons. Rat found some runes that Octavia identified as poorly written Scandinavian, featuring a recurring word, Jormungandr, the world serpent. Imogen, upon activating her dark vision, spotted the injured caitiff just as he declared himself a sacrifice and dropped into a pit in the floor. Imogen was then pushed into the said pit, inside finding a giant snake having a snack with a sword in its head. The coterie fought off the remaining vampire as Octavia had a premonition. She felt long ago when the snake was a leader of a religion. She sensed the flock die out and the leader become embraced, and another group come in, falsely worshipping the leader and stabbing them in the head with the sword. Imogen pacified the snake just long enough for Evelyn to pull the sword out, which reverted it back into a kindred before disappearing into dust. With the sword in hand, Evelyn could no longer hear her beast, and she felt a sudden urge to stab something. And that is where we're going to start off. Evelyn, as you had just pulled the sword from the snake's head and witnessed it turn into a wrinkled old person, dissolve into dust, you now stand with no sort of voice in your head defending you or supporting you through these scary times. And as you failed your willpower check last time, you now stand in a bone-filled room with two monsters and a sword in your hand, and just the human feeling of fear welling up inside you.
Okay, question, Rachel speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Does Evelyn recognize that these monsters are in fact her friends? Or does she not even...
She does.
Like, how far are we going here? Yeah,
So
okay.
it's the fact that you got no successes on the willpower, it's very much that, like, sudden moment of fear. Where, like, even your, like, common processes of, like, knowing these people doesn't really matter. You're in a lot of danger right now.
Okay, okay.
And you're, like, flight and fear is triggering.
All right. I pull the sword. I am holding the sword, so I point it at them. Oh. I'm not close to them, right? I'm farther away from them at this point. I just point it. I'm like, stay back. And I look around, and I'm looking for a place to jump. Can I use my powers currently?
You definitely can. And you're the only one with light right now, so
Right,
Rat
yes.
can see you, and Imogen can see you in black and white.
Cool.
But you know that there's the hole above you.
All right, I'm leaving. I'm
All
just
right.
fucking out of here. Yeah.
You just push off with your soaring leap and jump
Yeah,
through
I
that
activate
hole.
Soaring Leap, and I'm just like, get the fuck out of here.
As
Evelyn?
she passes,
And
I'm
if
like, what
anybody
happened?
I'm like, don't touch me, and I run away. I'm just like gone. Like,
Evelyn?
Evelyn.
You all hear just like booted footsteps sprinting down the hallway.
Crap.
Well,
What?
Rat, you've known her longer. Is that normal?
Is it normal for you to just start running away out of nowhere?
You know, I'm quite different. Where's my accent? Ah! Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
quite different than Evelyn, so I don't know. You've known her longer, so I thought I'd ask. But I'm
no.
getting the feeling that it's not normal, so maybe we should follow her.
Yeah, do we want to? I suppose we can follow her no matter what, because we can track her down. But how are we gonna get out of this pit?
I will reach down a hand because I'm still up top, and as I'm doing it, I'll say, "But what made her run? What happened just before?"
She took the sword out of the snake, and then the snake turned into a person.
and then
then
shriveled up into nothing.
What did the
Died.
sword look like? And I'll grab whoever reaches first to try and pull
You're
it
like
up.
15 feet
Yeah.
up.
I reach further down.
Your arm extends.
I Elastigirl down.
I'm blind. I don't know how far they are.
I feel like
Octavia, it's a little bit deeper than I think you think it is.
Oh,
Can't really reach you.
yeah.
perhaps I can find a rope.
Yeah, Rat's just gonna start walking around the outside, kind of just like touching the wall, looking for some kind of ladder, something.
So give me a wits and awareness. The difficulty is pretty high because you can't see in the dark, and Evelyn took the one. You could activate heightened senses if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna activate heightened sentences.
All right.
Senses.
Heightened sentences.
Senses.
Also, Rat, since we're down here, we
Yeah.
might as well take a look around.
Yeah,
Don't you
alright,
think?
you can do that, but my best friend just started running away, so I'm gonna try and get her. You can look around for some dead bones or
Well,
something.
there's no reason to make me feel bad about just wanting to take a look around.
I am
Start
very
looking
curious
around.
about what's down there, so please do look.
I'll take a look around. Don't you worry, Octavia.
Both of you can give me a wits and awareness. So Rat's looking for a way out, and Imogen's looking for information.
Yeah.
Way
Is it 6 and above or is it 5 and above?
6 and above.
6 and above. Alright, that is 2 successes.
Nice. And all of your willpower again resets because it's a new session.
Oh,
Woo.
wow.
Have a kind storyteller.
Wow.
5 successes and 2 of them were 10s, which makes it 9? Question mark.
Jeez. Yeah. So Rat kind of like starts going to the edge, and this pit is like hollowed out. So you're able to get to like the edges of it, and it seems to be like carved. It doesn't seem to be like a natural pit. And Rat is sort of like padding along looking for something. Imogen, you head over to where you had seen the altar sort of behind the skeleton, or behind the snake rather, and you find the way that the altar is set up. It's almost like located centralized in this chamber near a wall, and you can see that the altar itself has like remnants of like paper that it's like long dried and scattered and stuff like that. But you find an old satchel, kind of almost like one of those archaeologist satchels that's sort of like leaning up against it, that's got a bit of wear and tear, but seems to have survived the times. In addition, with such a high roll, you notice as you approach the wall that there's, where the like carved out wall is, there's a section that appears to be comprised of like various rocks, almost like they had been placed there to cover up something.
I'll sling the bag over my shoulder, and then I'll point the rocks at. Rat, if you look over here, look at the rocks. Look like they're covering something up.
Yeah. He's just gonna run over and he's gonna start. It's gonna start moving these rocks.
All right. Give me a strength and athletics. See if you can get these rocks.
All right.
I'll take a quick peek in the bag while that's happening, if that's all right.
You find a lot of like leather-bound journals. Those ones that are sort of like fold over and then like a leather wrap around it.
I got
I don't want to open that yet.
3 successes. It's dark too. You might not be able to read.
You're able to get start removing the rocks. It's like taking a while since they're quite big, but I will say that you're able to do it if given enough time. Octavia, what are you up to?
I think I'm going to use Octavia is going to walk back the way she came to sort of be more in the center of this area that they were all in. And she's going to begin muttering and slowly whispering. She's going to try and use feral whispers to call on rats.
Ooh.
Ooh.
To see if we can find dear old Evelyn.
All right. Remind me again how that works.
So I do a rouse check, and it summons an unlimited communication.
Nice.
And then it's to get them to do something. It's a charisma and animalism.
Cool.
So my rouse was a 3.
Oh, that means what hunger are you at right now?
I am currently at 3. Fuck.
Yeah.
Now I'm at 4.
That means you get one of the bigger ones. I don't think anyone's got one of these yet. I've got them spaced out.
A big what? Oh, the thing. I thought you were gonna say a big rat, and I was like,
Yeah, you got a big rat. All right, y'all ready?
This was so not worth it. Yes, I'm ready.
For me, you would be forgotten to the annals of time. If you give a damn about your place in history, then feed.
Things get dicey.
That is, of course, thanks to Nora Ibrahim.
Thanks,
Just-
Nora.
Just tore Shar apart, and I love it.
And instead of whispering to my beloved little ratties, I am going to devour them
Cool.
because I have 4 hunger.
So as you use your feral whispers, you just hear like chirping of rats coming towards you, kind of like digging in through small cracks in the walls or like coming down the main hallways. And you are now surrounded by like a litany of rats that you just start devouring into.
Yeah, we could skip that part.
Yeah. You don't want to say your favorite quote when eating rats? This is despicable.
A good old vampire shout out. The video game. It's really that's a deep cut. I love
I'm going to
that.
say that there's not enough rats left over for you to be able to communicate, but you lose the hunger. So
Okay, so I'm back at 3 the way I was before. Great.
And this takes a while, so I'll say that Rat, you've managed to like pull enough of these rocks out of this wall that you find behind it is a actually fairly elaborate tunnel. It's sort of at this point it's like very gross and old, but it seems to be like almost cobblestone floor. There's these like pillars once in a while, and you see these like old torches in braziers leading along. Covered, of course, hooded braziers, but you could probably like squeeze through at this point, but the whole thing isn't like entirely exposed.
Well, with all of the rocks piled off, do they make a tall enough like pile to climb out?
I think it was just sort of like chucked aside.
Oh, okay. If you stood on the altar. If the altar was like against the wall, is it tall enough to then maybe get a hand?
The pit is sort of like in the center top of the roof, whereas the altar is like centralized but more against the wall. So
Shoot.
probably a way out. Like they wouldn't not have themselves have an exit, right?
Well, I feel if we follow this tunnel, it might be a way out.
Yeah.
I
If it-
swoop
do you
on
wanna-
down into
Yeah, I
the
was gonna be like, do you
hole.
want to just join us? It feels
Octavia.
weird.
There's a tunnel if
just
we want to
standing
come on
there.
down.
just give me a quick dex and athletics, Octavia.
Fuck.
Really easy difficulty. I just want to see.
2 dice.
All right,
Let's
yeah.
see. Oh no, I didn't roll. That's just all I'm rolling.
Oh,
Oh.
That's 2 failures.
all right.
Baby.
I'll say that you take 1 superficial damage as you kind of like twist your ankle.
Can I fix it? Can I
God
fix it? I have
fucking
4
damn
dots
it.
in medicine.
Yeah, you can
4 dots in medicine, Kelly. 4 dots.
give me at that okay, so 4 dots in medicine basically means you have the training to be a doctor. 5 dots is like you're curing diseases. So I'm gonna say you don't even have to roll. You go up and you like reset the bone.
At least like a splint or something,
Yeah.
and a makeshift cane / what's
she's
it, crutch.
she's a vampire. You reset the bone and everything's kind of like set. So all of you are down there now.
Thank you so much, Imogen.
So my younger siblings were always. Oh my god.
What was that?
What happened?
Do we need to be right back?
Action figure down from the ceiling.
Oh no!
Friends, we'll be right back.
Are we going to be? Oh no! All right. I mean, I was gonna. We were gonna switch to Evelyn anyways. So if you want to take it.
Legitimate fallen angel, my dude.
Oh, it's a sign. The lot of you are heading in to the tunnel.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said we'll be right back, and Kelly said no. Kelly said, fuck you, no.
I mean,
Doing it live.
It wasn't like the spider situation.
That hurt. That like hit me right in the shoulder.
Oh no! Do you want to go be right back? You didn't.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'll just put back literally Angel. I'll put Angel back together. It will be fine.
Yeah, fine. All right.
Wait, from Buffy?
Oh my God.
So you all head into the tunnel.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So Evelyn.
Prophet comes too.
Yes, of course.
Gracefully leaps down the hole.
Oh, yeah. He has soaring leap.
Yeah, he could just disappear. Anyways, Evelyn.
Hi.
You are booking it out of the barracks, and you pass all of the bunks and make it back outside. And you're sort of like standing to the entrance of the barracks now, gripping this sword, having just escaped from the monsters. It's sort of like setting in now a bit that those were people that you know, but there's still that like thrumming fear inside of you.
Okay. So what I'm picturing right now is what has happened to Evelyn has kind of left her the remnants of like the scared girl from before she turned, like that mindset of like what is going on. So my thought process is I'm coming to realize that I know those people, but they were monsters. And do I understand that I am also a monster?
Yeah.
Or is that like, am I like that fucked up?
So just for context, for people that don't know, like being embraced sort of gives you this beast. Like the moment that you're embraced, there's this other voice inside of you that's like telling you how to survive and telling you when things are dangerous and like commanding you to eat people. So you're aware that you have all these powers and you're a vampire, but that voice isn't there right now.
Okay.
And it's like the first time in like 100 years, basically, that this has been the case.
Okay, so I'm feeling a bit of, in that case, freedom in this moment, perhaps. Now that the fear is starting to subside a bit. The adrenaline, I'm sure, is still there, but we
Yeah.
are feeling a bit... He's gone. I would like to examine the sword, since I assume there's no one around that I should be concerned about. Let's look around first.
Yeah,
and then
give
we'll
me a
examine
wits
the
and
sword.
awareness. And everyone take a
All
shot.
right.
Yay!
Hey, where are we at here? We got 3 hunger dice, so we gotta make sure we get those first. 1, 2, and
Twinsies.
3. Yeah. That is 2 successes.
Through the fog and sort of the like stillness of the night, you don't see anyone.
Okay. I will examine the sword then,
All right.
since I feel as though it might be safe to do so.
Yes, it's a relatively simple sword, especially with your experience of like the craft. It's made of bronze, and it's got that kind of like green tinge to it that like old bronze things will get. But it's like it's like sharp. It's like supernaturally sharp. It seems that time hasn't affected its sharpness. It's just old looking, and a very relatively simple sword.
Cool. So no, like, it's old enough that I wouldn't recognize the make.
I mean, you can give it a try. Let's go intelligence and occult.
Okay. Occult, you say? So
Yes.
my 300 dice. We got one success there. I'm gonna say that's a no.
Yeah.
Unless it was the stupid low difficulty, but I doubt it.
No. Yeah,
There's a
it's-
logo branded on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't
Still
see
has
it.
a
I'm like,
tag
this
on
is
it
nice.
from Victorian age Costco.
It's a Nokia blade. That's why it's still sharp.
Victorian age Costco,
yes.
where all your dreams come
Dreams come true. Gotta do for
Oh
you.
my god.
Woo.
Yeah, you're not too sure. It's you can recognize that it's older than any craftsman that you've known, but you have no
Okay.
idea.
Cool. I guess I'll try to just like leave with it because I'm not letting it go since it gives me this peace that I have not had in quite some time. And if anybody was to come at me, am I like hostile towards anyone, or will I recognize when humans are humans?
I mean, I think that's up to you. If at this point
I wasn't sure what the will like. I'm coming down from this failed willpower check. Then that is what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's kind of like
Okay.
Yeah, it's up to you if at this point like Evelyn's like a bit on edge. Like she is walking into fog and can't really see anything, so it's up to her if she's kind of like whipping this thing around to make sure that.
Well, if we're coming to, then I think I'll have a bit more awareness of who is friend or who is foe. So that's fine then. Cool.
And as that adrenaline is sort of wearing off, you realize that you still have the hunger, and there's like this. It's like you can feel how much you're craving blood, and it's like you're like coming to terms with the fact that you're having to deal with that as a human now, rather than sort of laying that onus on the beast.
Right. Shit. Well, suppose I have to do this after all, and I guess I'll go look for an asshole to munch on.
Out of context.
Well,
Out of context, that sounds terrible. But you know.
Yep, found that clip.
That's a clip. Clip it. I meant like a literal person who is not nice. But
Yeah,
also, I don't know. No, I know Evelyn. She wouldn't be into that.
Millennials are way off in the
Ian in the
future.
chat is like, nah.
So give me.
Hey!
Hey. We have fun here. I'm trying.
God damn it.
I'm trying.
Why am I like this?
Give me
Literally did not even dawn on me that that's even the out of context until I was like, wait, what am I rolling?
I know it's
know
fine.
anymore.
Give me a let's say Dex and Stealth, since I believe that's your feeding rolls.
That sounds correct.
Finally, I found my cheat sheet. I've been struggling this whole time to find it.
All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 successes, but also 2 of them were 10s.
Sick.
So
Also,
we are gonna find ourselves some terrible people.
I lied. It was wits and streetwise, but still, you rolled really well.
Fuck.
So it's fine.
fine.
I think you would roll more for that, but so yeah, you sort of.
Streetwise? Okay, yeah. I wouldn't have rolled more.
Don't worry about it.
Fine.
Just want to be honest.
So you sort of like slink into the fog now. And it's strange because you have all of the like skills that you've developed as being an Nosferatu. You're like very stealthy, you know the streets, like you're able to scope people out. But it's like you're doing this as Evelyn now. And as you travel through the streets, you sort of get out of that like quarantine zone, and you start finding like people that are actually out and about. Most of them seem fine. Like Southwark seems like a downtrodden area. But after spending enough time scoping it out, you start picking up the telltale signs, the echoes in the wind of assholes to munch on.
God damn it.
Tell me more.
And
You said it first, Rachel.
I know. I'm saying God damn it to me.
And you sort of see like sitting on a stool that's sort of been set up outside of this bunkhouse area. You've tracked down one of these assholes after being an asshole, and they're sort of just like having a smoke out in the street, and you can see through the fog the like glow of the cigarette.
Okay. Am I behind them, or am I like
At this
I
point,
would like to get behind them.
Yeah, you can determine the trajectory of this.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and activate. I'm assuming by this point I would be able to activate unseen passage
Yeah.
to get closer to them. I don't want to not move, so cloak of shadows will be useless. But yes, I feel as though that might perhaps be a rouse check. Let's see if I fuck it up.
I mean,
Because
frenzy.
if I fuck it up, then you know what? We're just killing them anyways, so whatever.
You're also holding like a big ass sword.
Hey, guess what?
But,
Oh god.
Hey, guess what? We failed.
so, as
Bye, bitch!
as you activate your unseen passage, like you focus into your powers and you harness them, and you feel it work, but you feel yourself get more hungry, but the beast still doesn't say anything. You just feel yourself get more hungry as you activate your powers.
Okay.
Are you at max hunger now?
No, I'm at 4.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
If I was at max, I'd be like,
That
bye, we're
would've
just
been
going.
What?
Yeah, we're just gonna, as quick as we can, get behind this guy and just grab him from behind and just, like, stab with sword because I want to see how this baby does. And then we're gonna go ahead and just bite in.
Nice.
So.
Give me a dex and melee. It'll be super low because you're sneaking up on him, and we'll see if you just mess up somehow.
0 successes. Damn it.
That I'm gonna yeah, I can re-roll 2 of those dice. I'm gonna use a willpower because I want to do well.
All right.
Still just 2 successes.
Aw, hate
Again,
it
it
when
was
that
mostly to
happens.
see if you would slip. So you,
No, okay.
you grab him and you just jab the sword in, and you can feel it like smooth as butter slide in, stabbing through his heart, and without even a scream, just out. And you can begin to munch.
Do it.
How much are you going to munch?
Well, he's dead already, right? Because I stabbed him in the heart.
Yep.
So all of it?
All right.
Because why would that be bad when he's already dead?
So you just sort of like
Waste not, want not.
you just drain him of all his blood, and guess I'll have you answer this. How would Evelyn feel doing this without without being able to say that it's the beast?
I feel as though she has been around long enough to know that this is just how it is, but also without the beast being there and it not really being any different. I think there's a twinge of disappointment.
All right.
Just a smidge.
Yeah, just a smidge. So you've got no hunger anymore. But give me one of them. Give me one of them stains.
Ooh, a second stain.
Second stain. We're getting there.
Dun, dun,
We
dun.
are indeed.
As you've murdered this person and devoured them.
Can you quickly explain how stains work?
Yeah.
For
So
La Newbies?
I have to Google it all the time, so don't worry about it. There's a set amount of stains that you can get before you have to roll a remorse roll. And if you fail that remorse, you lose a humanity. It's basically
okay.
the mechanical understanding of losing your humanity by doing things you normally wouldn't do. I'm hoping that I'll remember how to do it when it comes up.
Keyword when.
When it comes up.
Yike.
And we sort of see Evelyn slink back into the fog as we are going to return to the cave, the tunnel group. So the four of you are walking through the tunnel right now. Those of you with heightened senses, again, it's you can see in black and white, and it seemed at one point this was a very elaborate tunnel, but has been sort of worse for wear since time has passed.
Is the floor here, it's not like paved floor, it's like rocky,
Yeah, it's like cobblestone.
bumpy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Octavia will reach into one of her pouches and she'll take out a long, it's pretty thick, but it looks sort of like a cigarette holder, and she'll just shake it in her hand like a magician wand, but it goes all the way down, so she'll have a little walking stick, so
Nice.
she'll be able to navigate this terrain a little better.
Yeah, it's got a satisfying tap on the, again, once finely polished cobblestone. Now it's just a little dusty, and you can still hear the slithering and tongue flicks of snakes, either somewhere in the tunnel or maybe in the walls and stuff. It's just kind of now a permeating aesthetic of this area.
Huh.
I feel like I have seen Indiana Jones and its franchises enough times to feel like they're in the walls. We're going to walk down the dead center of this room, of this tunnel.
That's fair.
They're in the center!
They shoot out of the floor like a Disney ride.
Drop down from the ceiling.
So what's the marching order, which is a very D&D thing to ask?
I'll go
you-
first.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I'll go last with Octavia in the middle, I think.
Okay.
Cool.
In that case,
Prophet probably with Octavia.
Yeah, he'll be beside me.
In that case, Imogen, you notice as Octavia sort of goes limp a bit and sort of drops down to the floor, Prophet going underneath her. And Octavia,
What?
as you're walking, you sort of feel your body go limp a bit, and then you continue to feel yourself walking through this hallway. But at this point, you are with a bunch of people. The room is, or the tunnel is well lit at this point, and you just feel this myriad of people sort of walking behind you. Even with the warmth of the torches, you don't feel the sense of the beast trying to protect you from fire, and you almost feel that the beast isn't even there. This is a premonition sans kindred.
Yeah. Okay. Can I do anything?
You are compelled to walk forward, and sort of you get the sense that you could almost communicate with the people around you.
What type of body do I look like I have?
You feel fit and tall, but other than like just how your body feels, like you've got like kind of nice adorned draping clothes on right now.
Okay.
But you're not too sure like specifically what you look like.
Oi, where are we going?
As you attempt to make this very British accent, a more like regal, commanding voice comes out of your mouth.
Oh, damn it. I chose poorly.
I like the idea that Octavia's like trying to fit the times, but even
Where
as
we
she,
going in it?
you know, hi day. And one of the disciples behind you chimes up and says, "The halls are not safe. We're getting out of here. The Inquisitors are coming, and we need to get you somewhere protected."
Me?
Yes.
Why me?
We've we didn't exactly make it known to the church that we had set up to pray here.
Oh, do they look like kindred?
You can't see them. But
Wait, I can't see still?
no, your premonitions are entirely through feeling and sense and smell
okay.
and all the other senses.
Yes.
Give me intelligence and occult.
Will do. Can this count as ghosts?
Negatory.
Damn it. I am... Okay, this is better than... 1, 2, 3, 4.
4?
4.
So as they continue, they sort of... Like, the word Inquisitor, you know, obviously. Mm-hmm. But as they speak...
Vampire hunter, for those
Vampire
of you who do
hunters.
not know.
But as...
Thank you. I was like busy. I was like, was there a Spanish Inquisition? Time period?
Specifically as they're talking, it doesn't seem like they're talking about, like, vampire hunters. It seems like they're talking about, like, the actual, like...
Legitimately the Spanish Inquisition.
Like, Inquisitors come from, like, the church to weed out other
Heretics.
sects of religion. And you get the sense that... you actually get the sense that you are the kindred that was the snake, but this is pre-embrace. And as you sort of like, as that dawns on you and you begin to walk through the tunnels in this like secret hushed tone, your body comes back to you.
Damn it. I wanted to do one more thing. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens.
Also, are you all
are
right?
you
You
o-
just dropped.
Sorry, sometimes I don't have a choice when I see into the future, or in this case, the past. But it does seem that our mummified friend passed by here quite some time ago.
Oh,
But then how'd you end up back in the pit?
I'm not sure.
I swear, if I'm about to turn into a giant snake.
I think that had to do with the sword, so I think
you
we're all
don't
right
have
there.
a sword in your head, so I think you're okay.
But they were speaking. There were many people there. They were speaking of the Inquisition coming. That they weren't welcome in this area. So I think this, whatever religion we seem to be stumbling upon, hasn't been welcome here for quite some time.
Kelly just like cocks eyebrow.
And you guys continue through the tunnel. It leads for a while, and it sort of like loses the ambient moisture of Southwark after a while, and it begins to slope up ever slightly. And at the end of it, you find a, again, nicely carved door. It's kind of aged still, just at the end of the tunnel.
I reach for it.
Yeah, we're opening the door, right?
All right. It takes a bit to like push the door open, and as you do, you can see like sacks and shit being like pushed and tumbled, and the sacks look new, and it appears that you've emerged sort of in a storehouse, a modern Victorian storehouse that this late at night nobody seems to be occupying.
Storing what?
Just like grain and
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah.
general product. And looking
No
back,
product.
Hey, I'm gonna go back.
fuck. Looking back, you can see that the door that you had came from was well hidden, and it seems like it hadn't been open in a long, long time.
I would like to smell. And I'm looking for any sort of hint of spices here.
Ooh.
Because we had a run-in with a certain person that was dealing with some spices, so I'm always keeping an eye out for that, or a nose out, if you will.
Give me a wits and awareness.
Specialty spices.
Yeah. What a strange specialty for a kindred to take. The ability to make food.
3.
Yeah.
I mean, you find spices, but nothing that is like immediately, oh, this is that person.
Okay.
Again, it just kind of, it seems like this might be along the river somewhere, and it's kind of like a storehouse for shipping and whatnot.
All right. Well, it doesn't seem to be Jackal's storage room. I don't know why my mind went there, but let's get out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna go find Evelyn.
Yes. I don't have a
Alright.
bloodstone on her. I didn't think she would run off so quickly, and but dear old boy
mean-
prophet here might be able to help, or perhaps yourself, Rat.
Yeah. Could try to sniff her down. Do we need to like go back to somewhere we've already been for that to happen?
For you to sniff her out?
Yeah.
I would say the closer you get to the source, it would make it easier, but like a bloodhound, if you have something that Evelyn has touched,
Yeah.
you could probably sniff it out, and it would make it a bit easier. Do
Can
any
I
of you?
sniff
Do you have any
my
of you
heart?
hold?
It
I
just
leave
touched my
quite the
heart.
scent.
Yeah, everyone's got that scent. You could find any.
We all smell a little bit like me now.
We all smell down here.
Yep.
But you also would know, like, as you, I assume, like, you wander out of the storehouse.
Yeah.
Like the location that you were at was like, get toable from where you are. This just seemed to be like an alternate exit from the pit.
Yeah.
So it's up to you how you want to try to find her, and what y'all are doing.
I mean, I feel like crossing back on ourselves and tracking her down is probably the best route, eh? I mean, where would she go if she
I agree.
thought we were all monsters? Like, it's kind of hard to suss out where she might be headed.
But we don't even know that, do we? Like, she just ran, didn't she?
Yeah, she just kind of
Yeah, I
yelled at
didn't-
us, and she
I didn't
looked
say
scared.
you're a monster.
Didn't say anything,
Goodbye.
She just ran away. So maybe she's just looking for some alone time.
I think in her, the
In the
way she
middle
left didn't
of
seem like.
a pit. I feel like if she wanted some alone time, she could probably wait a couple hours. But I would say let's cross back.
Yeah. I'll crouch down just in case it might save us some time and say, "What do you think, boy? Are you able to find it from here?" Is that yes or no?
Determination to make you proud.
All right.
Aw.
Heck yeah.
I mean, we can do a combined like tracking roll from Rat and Prophet.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Prophet has a specific specialty of tracking.
So does Rat.
Holy fuck, it's going to be a million dice. This is great. What am I rolling?
So
Where am I rolling this?
both of you give me a wits and
Survival tracking.
Yeah, let's do is there a survival?
Yeah, and that's where I have my
Oh yeah,
specialty.
cool. Yeah, do survival. Wits and survival. It's on the left side at the very bottom. There's so many skills that I don't think I've ever gotten you to roll.
What? Okay, wait. One more time. Wits and survival.
Yeah. You can add 2 dice because of your bloodhound.
Alright.
So how much did you get, Shari?
Prophet got 6.
All right. 6.
Alright, here we go.
Shadows.
All right. We're gonna spend a willpower.
Oh no.
That's 3 dice, right?
For up to 4 non-hunger dice.
Up to 4 non-hunger dice. All right, that's gonna be 3 dice. And that only got me 1 more success, so that's 1, 2, 3 successes.
All right, that's not bad. It seems like you're relying more on Prophet, but you're sort of like applying the human intelligence to the tracking while Prophet is doing the raw animal searching.
Raw, yeah.
And you're pretty confident that you can lead the group and attempt to find Evelyn, who, speaking of, in the meantime,
Yeah.
you are now completely not hungry. There's this like odd sense of calm now as you are basically, while holding this sword, you feel human again. Like you realize that you're not breathing or blinking or your heart's not beating. But yeah, you just feel like a normal human at the moment.
I think right now, without any of the beast stuff bothering me, I would like to activate Soaring Leap and go and take a look at like just the cityscape of London on the rooftops. I think I just need some air.
All right. So you sort of find a tall enough building to leap up to and crest through this fog, and you're sort of just standing up on almost like a bell tower at this point, just kind of holding on. And you see that over the river right now, there's still like the few specks of torchlight here and there. But there's like a calm now as the moon sort of gives this like eerie blue glow to the city.
I think, can I see where I came from? How far am I from my buds? Like where I left them?
It took a few blocks to hunt. So you kind of like, you look back at where you can now see that like that wall jutting over the fog as well. And it's not too far. It's like within eyeshot, but it's like 5 or 6 blocks away.
Okay. I think I want to try to head back.
Okay.
I feel like I'm feeling like kind of guilty that I left them in a pit, especially because yeah. Now that I've come to and I realize, oh, they're my friends, even though they're monsters. I feel
what
like
I think about all my
also
friends.
am a monster, and there's nothing that I can really do about it, even with this sword.
Nice. Give me a wits and awareness.
Oh boy. Another one of those.
Another wits and awareness. Everyone.
Another one of those. Everybody's gonna get super drunk if that's actually a drinking game y'all are playing, because holy shit. Don't play that. Don't do it. That is 3 successes.
You, as you sort of like are standing up on this tower, plotting your route, you can hear sort of that tongue clicking that the other caitiffs were doing, but it sounds more consistent, kind of more like a and it seems near.
Never mind, I want to go find that. Yeah.
All right. So you hop down, and I'm just going to say it's a church at this point. You're kind of like on the roof of this church now, having hopped off the bell tower, and you sort of like leap down back into the fog. You're sort of like on the top portion of the fog. And it's very reminiscent of a turning point in Evelyn's unlife as you're on top of this church. And you faintly see this silhouette coming towards you. It's almost like there's not actually a person there, but a fog of an outline of a person sort of just standing at the other end of the roof from you. And they just keep making this sound at you.
Can I activate unseen passage and try to get closer to them? I'm assuming that it is possibly a spiritual thing, since it's not a person. So, since I've seen ghosts before.
You have seen ghosts. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me a rouse check for your unseen passage.
We did it.
We did
it.
You're not hungry anymore. You just
No, I just ate. It's all good.
And as you do, you sort of like see this flick of 2 orange lights around the head of this figure. As you hear, that's not going to work here. And you see the fog silhouette sort of like shapen more into a person. And standing in front of you is a tall, pale woman with long white hair and braids sort of starting from her temple going back. She's wearing a floor-length fur coat and relatively common white linen tunic underneath, shaped with a couple leather harnesses. Any exposed skin you can see is covered in tattoos, including her face. And you can see now that her eyes are sort of like glowing yellow. And
is she someone I've seen before? I'm assuming not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
This is a new figure.
Well, I point the sword at her, and just in case. Who are you?
My name is Mist. And the fact that you have that sword tells me that you and your friends killed the Jormungandr.
If that's what you'd like to call it, then yes.
It's a shame.
Is it? It seemed rather in pain.
Aren't we all?
What do you want?
Been watching you, following you since you've emerged from the wall. You now know what that sword does, don't you?
Yes.
Well, then you wouldn't mind a friendly duel, perhaps? Give me a chance to send one of us to Valhalla. And that's where we're going to go on break.
Rooftop!
I challenge you!
I
Be
threw
right-
down my glove!
Be right back, y'all.
Bye.
Rocket your accessories to new heights with nerdy and gay Vancouver-based Rocketman props. Their enamel and laser-cut wooden pins and waterproof coasters come in all your favorite franchises. Their enamel potion pins will make sure that you always have that health potion on you when you need it, and you're gonna need it. Worry not though, any order over $35 ships free to Canada and the US. Plus, if you use the promo code TIDDIES with double D's, you can get 20% off their store at rocketmanprops.com. That's rocketmanprops.com to save the day.
Hype train!
People are giving us
So
bits
hype.
and subscribing. What is happening?
We always get rated when we're on break, but this is a
Yeah.
good surprise to come back to.
Oh my god. This is the first time we've ever had the hype train.
Is that a snack?
It is a snack.
It is a bunch
Level
of
1
snacks.
complete. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, for the record, we have no idea what's going on. We're just
What it
excited.
means.
I know what some of those words are.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Literally
you all.
Snake, too, because we just did the snake.
And
the snack.
so many snacks.
Everybody stop it. Oh my goodness.
But also,
No,
don't stop.
No,
But
don't
don't stop. It was a figure of speech.
All right, back to the story.
This is a
I
great...
can't focus. Thank you so much, Dork Tales. Crimson Art
you.
Cosplay just gifted so many subs.
Ah!
Thank you, everyone, for the
Thank
bits.
you.
It's not letting me scroll back because it keeps happening.
It's our
Thank
mid-season
you.
finale. I think we can give ourselves some time to be hyped.
Yeah.
Yay!
Wow. Level 2. I don't know what it is.
Keep it
What
going.
any of these
Let's
things
go.
mean?
Keep those levels coming.
Holy crap.
We got
It's-
this.
It's still
We
going.
got
Cheers. Cheers, everyone.
Yes,
In
thank
the-
you all
Out
so
of White
much.
Claw. Cheers.
Woo!
All right, are we, the hype will continue, but we need to give the
I
people
will
what they
continue,
want.
but the
In
game will
game.
recenter.
Ooh. All right.
Deep breath
Right.
and
Uh,
exhale.
so when we left off, we were
Yeah.
about to start a church roof
Rooftop
duel.
duel.
But of course, we have to calm down a bit first.
Yeah. Boy.
With the other
Honestly,
four,
don't know if I could calm down at all.
Imogen, Rat,
Always
Octavia,
calm.
and
Always
Prophet
chill.
are making your way through you're almost entirely in a different bureau at this point, as you're making your way back to Southwark. And you sort of have a moment to yourselves now as you're confident that Prophet and Rat are sort of doing their thing.
Heck yeah. I say in Victorian London.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Boy, this is swell. Bloody hell.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
We should maybe look at the book that was in the bag. Hey.
Yes,
hey,
I'd
hey,
love-
look at the book, eh?
I would love to know more. I'm very curious. Perhaps it might give us some more information about Hype Train Level 4 that just
Yeah, what does it
unlocked. But also more information about Evelyn and what's been happening with her and that sword.
A quick pause also to apologize to podcast listeners that probably have no idea what's going
I mean,
on right now.
I gotta cut all this.
Yeah.
It'll be. I mean, it's worth it. We love all of you.
Listen to all your podcast listeners. If you want to get in on this hype train,
Get
come
in
to
on this
twitch.tv/tabletop
hype
tiddies.
Right.
So yeah, in the satchel,
Yeah.
there's actually a few journals.
Okay.
Like they range in age, so like some of the top ones are a little bit newer, but still like
Okay.
decrepit. And some of the bottom ones are like nearly dust. They're conveniently written in English because why would I give you a clue that you just can't use? But what we can do is, if you wanted to sort of like flip through them, Imogen, and like speak aloud, you and Octavia could work together and like see what kind of thing's important.
Yeah, send me what is in it, and I'll read it out loud in a beautiful Irish accent for
Ooh.
all to hear.
I
I mean, you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
bold
but
of you
you
to
can.
assume I wrote chapters of journals.
Well, just send along the notes, and I'll add in some poetics into it.
It's all got a rhyme now. You realize?
Oh boy.
All right, we're going
I'll
back to
make
break.
it rhyme.
Uh,
No!
so I'm gonna
It's
need
a hype train. We can't go back to break.
I'm gonna need a combined intelligence and investigation from the two of you.
All right.
Double brain power.
I have a weird question.
Yes.
How nice is the handwriting in this book?
Like scribbled very hurriedly
Oh,
and
okay.
like more utilitarian than anything.
Because I have a specialty in calligraphy, so I didn't know if maybe I could.
Wait, quick question.
Decipher.
You have you have at least one academics, which means you are literate.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
So this is why Rat is busy nose to the ground
Yes.
sniffing. While you guys are looking at a book.
Next to Prophet, just kind of like
Yeah.
sniffing your nose up against the ground.
4
2
successes.
successes. Ooh, 6 total.
6 total. Reminder that you can re-roll anything if you want with willpower.
I did use willpower
Oh
for mine.
no! All right, that's tier.
Uh-oh.
I was only rolling 3 dice, so
Nice.
I could use a willpower
Oh.
to re-roll one of them.
That's tier 2 of information, y'all. Just FYI. So, kind of going in reverse order. The last sections of the books, as you're reading through them, Imogen, are pretty easy to make out. They're still very old, like the paper is like very frail. And they talk about an artifact that has been brought to the writer as an offering, and I quote, "How the fools don't even know what it is." And it's the closest.
It says here how the fools don't even know what it is.
Tell me more.
I will in just a moment when I know what I'm going to say.
It says that it's the closest that the writer has gotten to Golconda in generations, and it might be time to soon unleash the Jormungandr.
Is there like a this journal belongs to if found please return to at the beginning of this?
Five, 555.
Well, let me tell you.
5.
I have a ritual for that.
Ooh.
And Imogen, do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Imogen,
I-
say
I'd
it out
love to
loud
know-
now.
Well, I'd love to know who this belongs to because that would probably clear some things up.
The mention, do I know about Golconda?
Yeah, it's even Imogen actually would recognize the word. It's like one of the only things your aunt told you about, which is sort of the
Very good aunt.
the like myth of the kindred that one day they can defeat the beast and become mortal again.
Sorry, so Imogen knows that, or I know that?
Both of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is my goal, yo.
Yeah, so the mention of Golconda, though, of course, this is belonging to a salubri, no doubt, I would assume. But here, as you read, I'll just hold on to it as we continue to walk. I may be able to find out more information about who this journal belonged to. And I would like to complete the blood walk ritual, which is a combination of my taste for blood sorcery ability, and I have to rouse check. Oh boy, and do an intelligence plus blood sorcery test, difficulty of 2.
All right. So give me that rouse first.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Baby, finally.
No Nora today.
Ah, Nora.
We already got some Nora.
Gotcha.
All right. And I'm going to willpower
Cool.
again. 6 successes.
Wow.
Dang.
All right. So wow. Yeah, this is big.
Yeah, give it to me.
So as you complete the ritual, some time passes as you're traveling to do so. This is a 9th level vampire. It is an old line, and you would colloquially know them as the followers of Set. And This is like one of the higher ones, which means that based on your like understanding of like when various inquisitions happened, this person was embraced post one of the like earliest forms of an inquisition. Before like basically they were inquisitioned for their religious beliefs, embraced, and then possibly inquisitioned again for the fact that they are kindred.
Damn.
And this person basically ran the followers of Set around this area until at some point they no longer did, and the
leader of the followers of Set. My God.
And then the Scandinavians were like, "Hey, Snake."
This
We got one of
does. I don't know if you have a name for this character, but I do get to learn their name from this blood ritual.
I don't,
Oh.
but you learn it.
All right, Samantha.
Because I forgot this ability worked, and I was like, this is so old, it's like lost to the annals of history.
Do we have a Twitter name that we could pull?
Yes, at Dorktales.
At Dorktales.
I'll say like, no, fuck it. I'm the storyteller. It's long lost.
Dorktales.
You feel like you know them through this ritual, but don't necessarily pick up their name.
Yes.
Like you almost get the sense that like their name is useless at this point. It holds no memory to people. And that yeah, that's what I'm giving you. You have a personal bond now to this person.
Yes,
Who
and
is dust
also
behind you.
are they? Oh shit! Never mind. My question was going to be: are there any active blood bonds? But if the person is no more, they would not be active.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or are they?
But
There's a lot of thinking going on in Kelly's face
Yeah.
right now.
I almost, because I want to reward how well you rolled. I'm going to say that once again, Imogen, you see Octavia, like, as she's casting this ritual, sort of like crumples down to the ground. Octavia, you now feel, I gotta switch the music. You now feel once again in that body that you had felt in the tunnel. But in a quieter place, with just your thoughts and the beast with you. You can feel like the cold stone of an altar beneath your hands as you are steadfast to your religion and are trying to maintain this sense of like power over this location. Enough time passes that you're not too sure how long you've been there, but you are sustained by sacrifices being dumped into this pit in the name of a being that you have no connection to, but appreciate the piety nonetheless. And enough sacrifices come your way that you no longer care that the things that they believe and the things that they worship are not what you've been preaching, but more that you appreciate that you've like reestablished yourself as the hub of this location until someone else comes more loudly preaching the things that you don't believe in. A woman who goes by the name of Mist. She's reclaiming this location, and because she is teaching the things that these people believe, they mostly follow her. In retaliation for this, you lash out and harness your innate serpentine abilities to form into a massive snake, decimating most of the followers until this woman known as Mist pierces you in the head with a sword, dulling your beast and leaving you a unthinking animal. And as you emerge from this premonition, for a moment, your beast is silenced. And then it comes back in a slow gradient, just Nora Ibrahim mocking you to hell.
A woman with long white hair in braids, a fur coat. Fuck, never mind. I would not actually be able to know any of that because I can't see.
presence.
That was what Kelly
true,
described
true,
before, and I was like,
true.
I'm gonna make it cool. Just kidding.
A presence and a cold demeanor.
A feminine voice, very, very powerful, came by here long ago and was the one that stabbed that poor soul in the head with the sword, creating them to be a mindless monster.
So just to be clear, the snake is the good guy?
The snake turned on his. Sorry, I'm like Scottish. The snake turned on its own.
I mean,
Turned into the snake on its own.
It turned into a snake on its own, and then it was like,
yes.
I'm gonna fight this girl, and then the girl stabbed it in its head, and it turned into a monster.
Agreed.
How did it get in the pit?
You're getting it. You're getting exactly what I'm saying. But I wouldn't feel pity for this creature. He didn't seem to care about anything at all of these people that were worshipping something. They've completely misinterpreted what I believe to be is the religion of Set. This is mind-blowing. In Victorian times, I must get this to the chantry immediately. But quickly,
hold on a
let's-
second though. The snake person had misinterpreted it, or they were doing the proper one, and just the people misinterpreted it.
That one.
The second option you just said.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the person whose journals these belong to, and who was the snake that we saw?
Yes.
They were following the correct religion,
That's what, yes, I believe so.
Is it?
and the followers were led
there?
astray.
And
I mean, we're kind of undead. I feel like any kind of notion about.
We're at asking the real questions.
Does.
Imogen.
Any
Okay.
form of-
Table talk. Imogen, devout Catholic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay?
100%.
Like devout Irish
Know you
Catholic.
guys, Rat's kind of like law of the
Yeah.
underground.
This is the girl, but weeks ago learned that she might be going to hell.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot about that.
Very troubling for her, and she has not addressed it yet in her life, our unlife. Anyway,
All right.
I believe that. So continue, Imogen. My apologies.
is the snake the good guy then?
I mean, good might not be the proper term here. Definitely, I would say the one that is more connected to Set itself. But I'm unclear on the loyalties of all of these people. It's much larger than I thought it would be. At any rate, we
confused.
we
I'm gonna be
must.
honest.
This
I think
is
we
for
should have
another
Evelyn,
time.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
That being, I will take this. I will take this journal to the chantry, and perhaps we may be able to find more information there. But for now, let us find Evelyn.
And then you just see Rat turn around, and its butt goes up, its nose goes down to the ground, and it's like walking on 4 legs next to your pup.
It's a terrible sight.
Don't worry, I can't see it.
It's also like Rat's
I'm
pants
uncomfortable.
are pretty threadbare too. There's like rips in very uncomfortable places.
Just real slimy. Just a
Yeah.
real slimy creature.
Imogen is very.
But on the bright
uncomfortable.
side, anything you can see through, it's just mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm
coated.
imagining like
I don't know if that
Gollum.
makes it better.
That means that it's time, Evelyn. Let's set the scene again. Let's go this, and let's throw this on. Let's get some music. So you stand again on this church roof, surrounded by fog, this entirely white-clad figure standing in front of you, eyes sort of glowing orange. She reaches underneath her fur coat and pulls out what seems to be a fairly elaborate and well-made broadsword. And she says, I don't know what you believe or where you think you're going, but would you do me the favor of allowing me to potentially get to Valhalla?
Well, why should I? Seems as though you want to fight. What if I don't fight back? I'm holding the sword, but I haven't like pointed it at her. I dropped the sword when she. I think I said I was pointing it. I drop it when she's like, "You want to fight?" I'm like, "Wait a minute. Well, now I don't want it."
She kind of like starts pacing back and forth. Listen, I know what that thing was. I know it wasn't the Jormungandr. In London, please. But people had to believe in something. And I had to give it to them. But now that it's dead, there's nothing left. And here I stand, a city of thin bloods and caitiffs following my command. It's no way for a Viking to live. Right
so you're
here.
a liar.
I'm a inspirer.
A liar.
Well, whatever you want to call it. I've done nothing so far that damns my soul to Helheim. But fighting you potentially can get me to Valhalla. Slashing you down as you ran, that's no way to go. So what do you say? Duelist to duelist.
The chance to kill the person murdering my people. Controlling the caitiffs. The ones who murdered my friends. You don't think that's damning?
You don't seem like the ground level sort. You don't seem like the kind to get your hands a little dirty. Death is a part of life, and though we've been blessed to have that be less of an inconvenience, death still happens, and it's necessary, and especially when people are figuring out things that they shouldn't figure out, and that's what happened with a few of yours, so, death happens.
Death indeed does happen. I would like to activate Lethal Body,
Nice.
and I think we're doing this.
Yes.
She is going to, ready up and, set herself and hold her sword at the ready.
I will do the same with my fancy new sword.
Ooh. There's a tense moment where she doesn't appear like she's going to act first, but she's sort of given you that body posture of you can take the first move if you wish.
Oh no, I'll just wait.
Ooh, standoff. I love it. She's gonna hype herself up.
She's just like, Viking, yeah! Valhalla!
Sort of start hitting her chest as she is going to say, all right, so be it, and run at you and try to do an overhead slash with her broadsword.
Cool.
So I'm going to need a. Are you going to try to? How are you going to respond to this?
I would like to move out of the way of the overhead slash.
All right, give me a Dex and Athletics then.
All right, that's why I did that. Cause guess what? That's a lot better than strength
and
melee.
And melee.
Yeah.
Oh boy. We're gonna go ahead and use our willpower.
All right.
Give me 1 second, because we gotta move the successes out of the way.
Gotta save those.
All right. 5 successes.
Wow. So she comes in for an overhead and sort of like charges at you, and as the sword comes down, you dodge out of the way, and she sort of like stumbles forward as she turns around and sort of resets herself, and you can see the like glow in her eyes now, focusing on you.
Interesting. I'm just looking at my powers, see if there's anything else I can do. I don't think there is. I think we're just fighting.
Good start.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and try to take a swing. Why not?
Nice.
Yeah.
How you going about this?
I think I just go. I don't think I would like to do an overhead. I think I'm gonna just do a like strike right towards to see if. So as she's like centering herself again and being coy and giving smart ass remarks, I'll just be like, "Bitch, shut up!"
Get them while they're monologuing.
Yeah.
She's going to attempt to smack your sword with hers as you pierce towards her.
Fair enough. It's valid. What am I rolling for that?
Give me since it's a straight jab in the middle of a duel, I'm going to say strength and melee.
Fine. Ooh, 2 10s.
Ooh. You get her. She like tries to hit your sword, but you manage to clip the side of her. And you see her like tunic slash a bit and a bit of crimson grow in it. As you kind of like resettle and square off again, you can see her kind of like smirk a bit.
Am I allowed to let her settle, or can I draw my other sword and go in for another attack immediately? Since
hell
I
yeah.
have not drawn my other sword and I
Sneak
don't know if
attack.
she's aware of it. Yeah.
Let's call this a Dex and melee then.
Yay!
She is not prepared for this.
Oh boy! Another 5 successes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Kill her.
Yeah.
I got 3 successes. So that's gonna be 2 more.
So I did like a jab with that one. I'm gonna like pull my other sword out like upwards and kind of like try to slash across her neck.
Yeah, she like tries to block your sword. You stab her in the side, and as she sort of turns with that, you catch her face and just like cut right across her face with your other sword.
Since we're not doing like punching, does lethal body do anything
No, not
damage-wise?
Not
I
really.
didn't think so.
But it was cool. Your muscles got
But I mean,
bigger.
if I drop my sword and have to punch, I can punch a little harder.
Yeah. She's going to push off her back foot and just try to lunge at you as well, just like a straight stab towards you. And in response, how are you going to reply?
I think I'll try to, once again, get out of the way.
All right.
It's kind of my thing.
Dex and athletics. Oh, boy. She's not doing great. Maybe I'll burn a willpower. I can do that. I'm fucking allowed.
Well, I'm going to burn a willpower, so you might as well. Let me just move my 2 10s out of the way, since those are the only 2 that succeeded out of all of my fucking dice.
This is the anime duel of our
Yeah, right.
VTM.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the mid-season finale. We gotta have an anime duel.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, but also 2 10s out of that. So
Wow.
Rerolling, I have literally, if I have to do another willpower check, I'm fucked, but
No, she like lunges
it.
towards you, screaming as she does, and you dodge out of the way again as she sort of like stumbles forward. All right.
overhead swing. We're just going for it.
Awesome.
Just
Give me a strength and melee.
all right. Moving all those dice out of the way. 2 successes.
Nice. You feel your weapon collide, kind of like hit the meat, and then kind of slash through as her entire body disappears into fog. And you sort of like stand there, and you can hear just the hissing sort of like surrounding you. And
Interesting.
seems to be doing like a perimeter around you.
Is there a place that I can go to activate Cloak of Shadows that might help myself get, like, lose a line of sight from her?
Give me a wits and awareness.
Woo, 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 woo! That was 2 successes.
It's hard to see in the fog. There's like different levels of buildings around this church that you could potentially leap to. But you have no
Sure.
definitive answer. That's more of like your spatial awareness.
Fair. I'm just gonna, like, do it. I'm just gonna soaring leap to another building.
All right. As you do, I'm going to need another Dex and Athletics. As you hear the hissing like stop, and out of the fog, you see materializing this massive snake that is going to leap to you.
Oh, I just
and
dropped
attempt to
another
bite
dice.
you.
Fuck. Ooh. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
All right, let me roll this bad boy. Come on. I'm going to spend another willpower.
Yay.
Oh my god. That's 3 successes. So as you jump, you see this snake materialize out of the fog and dive at you. And as you land, it crashes next to you in the building, taking a chunk out of the top. As you begin looking around for a place to hide, and you are now
Cool.
standing on a smaller building, almost more like a terrace sort of area, with a about 10-foot long snake that is just starting to like coil up in front of you.
And it's as big as the snake that was in the hole, I assume?
It's a bit
or...
smaller.
Okay. Cool.
And it's going to shoot out at you again.
Oh, okay. Well, nice. Can I try to... I guess I'll just try to get the fuck out of the way. I was gonna be like, do I try to stab it in the head again? But I'm like, I don't know. I feel like right now I need to make sure I don't get bit.
I mean, it's up to you.
I'll try to get out of the way first, and then I'll try to stab it in the head.
All right.
After
Smart,
it's lunged, and then it has to like reorient itself.
Dex and Athletics. Oh, here we go. That's the roll.
That's the only roll I'm doing today. 1, 2, 3 successes. But 2 of them were 10, so I don't know.
That's
it's
5
not
successes?
as many.
Wait.
Yeah. Is it... Help me as a newbie. How many extra, when you get 2 10s, how many is it? Because I'm never doing the math, because I'm just
double
like,
those
you'll
2.
do it.
So 2 10s would
Okay.
be 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
Well, yeah.
3. That's 5, I think.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, 5, because it was
Okay.
only the 3. Yeah.
so-
I'm like, I'll just let you do it. I'm like, I should be doing this by now.
As you dodge away, the snake actually gets purchase as it sort of like bites into your side, and you pull
Shit.
away, and
Ooh.
some of your flesh is sort of like ripped by its fangs, but it like overshoots and crashes into the wall of the building as you take 2 superficial damage.
Ooh, superficial. Okay, I'm gonna stab it.
All right. It's sort of like recoiling now from taking the hit, or like smacking up against the wall, so I'll say that you can do this more dexterously and less forcefully.
Okay. So dex and melee.
Yes, correct.
Remove a dice. Holy fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Jeez.
I'm doing decent today. I'm really glad I picked these specific dice because they are doing very well.
You leap and sort of strike the sword. Which one are you using?
I'm using the new one.
All right. As you stab the sword into the snake, this is the first time that you feel like you've made a real dent. As it pierces in, you sort of feel like the meat more than the last few hits. As you get the first aggravated, the snake is going to recoil, and I'm going to need you to make a strength and athletics to try to hold on if you want to, or you can let go.
We'll do it. We'll do that. We'll try. That was 2 successes.
As it's like whipping around and recoiling, the sword slips out of your hand.
Shit.
And you see it like start freaking out as it's trying to recover. And you sort of see that like intelligence of a combatant in its eyes fade away as it appears to be more animalistic now. And we're going to cut back to the group. Rat. You've left the like nice polished bureau that you had emerged for. Polished as in it was docks, so it was still grimy.
Oh, yeah.
But you're back in sort of that like muddy, swampy area of Southwark as you feel confident that you're getting closer. And you can see ahead of you the remnants of the wall that you had exited from as the group is still following you.
Alright, well, I'm gonna assume that... I mean, this is theoretically out of character. I'm gonna assume that, or I'll know that Evelyn left through the front as well.
Yeah, you're starting to get to the point
Yeah.
where like you can retrace the tracks of Evelyn.
Yeah. Alright. Group! We're getting close. Follow me. And he's gonna start galloping.
On all fours.
Wow. Straight up Gollum.
I follow it as I assume it makes quite the noise.
Yeah, it's just and so the two of you are chasing after Prophet and Rat. It's sort of turning into this like race between Prophet and Rat to see who can find Evelyn first. I'm gonna need Imogen and Octavia to give me a wits and awareness.
Ooh.
Do I still have heightened senses? Like I haven't turned it off.
No, this would be a different scene, so
Poo.
it's deactivated.
I activate heightened senses.
Oh boy, which one?
I think scent, because that's what everyone else is doing. So
It's the cool thing to do.
Fair.
it seems the cool thing to do.
Smells real bad out here.
Like come across a skunk
Can I change
and then,
it to
like,
hearing?
can't smell anything.
You can add hearing. Well, I think can you deactivate? Yeah, I think you can deactivate heightened sense.
I would like to go to hearing instead.
So it just smells real bad.
I
You're
get like a half a sniff and I'm like, nah, fam.
Hearing it is.
I'ma use a willpower.
Cool boy.
All right.
Oh.
Just Imogen gets hungrier. To look.
Wait,
Like
Octavia, you're rolling
five
2A?
successes.
5 successes. Octavia got 2.
I got 2.
Oh.
Imogen, you sort of notice that the fog is warming up. You get the sense that while it hasn't started to rise, the sort of like pre-dawn
Oh no.
is happening. That's sort of like dewy heaviness in the air.
Yike.
You know it's getting kind of close to morning, so maybe we should get a move on with this.
Evelyn!
Shut up out there! We're trying to sleep.
Do you have an hour? Is this minutes? Is this an hour?
You'd gather
Is it
like
minutes or
about like an hour and a half.
it's maybe an hour and a half, maybe. But that's cutting it close a little bit, I think.
Yes, let's pick up the pace, and if necessary, we've split up before and spent the night in various places. I'm sure Evelyn will be able to take care of herself if we cannot reach her in time.
Great.
But let's hurry up!
Let's go.
Yeah.
I would like to find her. And also, how far away are we from
Home?
Like, how long will how
Yeah.
much travel time do we have to factor in here? Also,
It's like almost 2 hours to get home at this
Fuck!
so we need to just go home
point.
We're too far.
or sewer it.
Yeah, join me. Join me in the quarters.
Rat's got a nice summer home in the series.
Picturing like Imogen in her pretty dress, just kind of like walking through this grungy sewer full of rats. Well, like
the
Rat's
baby.
Rat's like, oh yeah, this is where I usually sleep, and it's just like water. There's just like an inch of water on the ground. Like, you can take my bed if you're like moist.
Unaesthetic.
Okay, we need to get going though. I'm anxious
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, you guys are
Hey, that's why I'm
running.
galloping.
So you're chasing after Rat, and you're sort of like running along the wall now to get back to the entrance. And yeah, as you find the point where Evelyn was, you can track her down. And you do start to like hear as you exit the quarantined area, sort of that like bustling of like some people getting up and like lighting lanterns and like opening up their hatches and whatnot to their windows. Still fairly foggy, so you guys are confident that you can like not be spotted, and the masquerade is kind of cool at this point. But it's getting close. And
Okay.
I have anxiety. I have anxiety.
Splurch. I would say at this point, Imogen, you're able to hear what sounds like the like crashing and breaking of tiles and stuff somewhere above you, and a loud hiss.
Snakes up there.
Up there?
We should probably check it out, right?
Yeah.
Right, go. Like, I'd have no way to get up there unless there's like a fire escape or something.
Yeah, kind of like see a gutter and just try to like climb up a gutter, or
Sure.
Soaring leap
Yeah,
up there.
Do you not have
I don't
soaring
have
leap?
soaring leap.
All right.
No.
Prophet will do it.
Can I hold on to Prophet while they soaring leap up?
I don't know, can it?
I swear Rat has soaring leap, now that I think about it.
I'm fairly certain I don't.
It's your one potence ability.
How did you get up to the roof last time?
It's the only potence ability
I
Rat has.
don't know.
Oh, so it does have
Fine.
it.
Flaws? Where would it be on
it's
the
in-
sheet?
It's in core.
It's in core. No.
At the bottom where it says disciplines and then potence.
And then there's little arrows that give
Gotta
you
put
powers.
poke
Oh,
down.
you're right. I do have soaring leap, so I theoretically could have jumped out of the pit earlier.
It's
but
okay, I
fine.
forgot.
Yes.
You found more plots. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah. I'll jump up with the pup.
All right. So Evelyn, you now stand here, one sword in hand, as this snake sort of like, it kind of looks like it's trying to shake the sword out of its head until it remembers that you are its enemy, and you can see that sort of like pre-coiled dive that it's going to make at you again.
Oh boy, I'd like to do what I always do and get out of the way.
All right. Give me another Dex and Athletics.
I just have this dice pool. I want to make sure I didn't. Did I do a different roll before this? No. I just want to make sure. Oh no, I did. I think I did the stab. That's why there's one less dice. Let me add another one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Success.
One sec. I got 6.
Well, guess I'm getting hit.
So as you
Oh boy.
as you attempt to dive out of the way, the snake spots where you're about to jump to, and dives into that spot instead, and clamps its teeth around your midsection, and you take 2 superficial damage again.
Clever girl.
Rat, you land now next to this snake that's basically like trying to spin itself so that its tail wraps around Evelyn, and Prophet lands next to you.
Oi! Over here! And I'm just gonna like wave my bone dagger up in the air and be like, hey! Pay attention to me, you shitwad!
It doesn't seem. It seems more interested in the meal that it now has in its mouth, sort of grappled.
It's munching on me right now, like teeth in.
Yeah.
Okay. Are my arms free?
Your arms are free.
Well, that's convenient. Can I stab it in the eye?
You can definitely stab it in the eye. Give me a strength and melee.
Cool.
And it's
Man,
going to
I'm sad because that's just like so many less dice.
It's gonna do a.
So
it's
many
gonna do one of
less.
those classic snake tumbles to try to roll, and
Well, all three of my dice succeeded. So, but it's only 3 dice. It sounds like you rolled a lot more.
that's better than it's 2 that it did.
Oh. Well, that's convenient.
And you kind of get the point right now that it's not it's in control so much as a real ass snake is in control.
Yeah.
So you manage to stab it as it rolls, and you sort of like keep your grip as it like tumbles you over, and are continuing to now do aggravated damage to it.
Woo.
What is Prophet doing?
Prophet like does a little shake throughout his body, as if like getting off soaking wet water, activating his lethal body, and he is going to make an unarmed attack.
Ooh. Gonna do a chomp.
Yes,
All right, give me that roll
that sweet, sweet roll.
of strength and brawl. Brawl.
Roll!
Brawl.
Roll! Iconic.
7.
7.
Oh,
Wow.
strong pup.
Oh,
Us.
Prophet.
So
You killed her.
Yeah.
as Rat is waving down this snake, Evelyn is like rolling with it now, rapier in hand. Out of the corner of your eye, Evelyn, you see this like shadow, this black shuck, dive at the head of this snake. Its jaws like almost supernaturally open wide, and it grabs onto the side, basically where the eye of the snake is, and just rips back as half of this snake's face comes loose. It continues to roll, and for a moment you can still feel the muscles like tightening around you, but you get the sense that like it's dead, but is just grappling you at this point.
Can I try to pull the sword out?
Both of the swords? Yes. I'll say you won't have to roll for that. That is...
Okay. Is it like dead, or is she still like conscious, like and fading, if you would?
It's I mean that's you're gonna have to wait and see. It's like
Ooh.
it's spasming at this point.
Okay. Well, I'll remove the swords, and especially the one that makes her not aware of like being a human or a kindred.
As you remove the Stormloft blade, nothing happens. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But you remove the this other blade, and as you do, the snake sort of like again like jitters, and like arms start stretching out of it as it reverts back to this now like decimated woman. Half of her face is missing. She doesn't seem to be dead, but she is 100% in torpor, as she is just like still on the roof now.
Hey, Evelyn, you all right?
I don't say anything. I go up to this woman and I say to her, I don't know if she can hear me, "You are not going to Valhalla, my dear. Your soul is riddled with sin." And I would like to stab her in the heart.
Nice. As you do, it pierces through, and you see the body just sort of like wither away and revert to its real death age, which is this like sullied, dry husk, just adorned with this now torn and shattered, or torn and bloodied Viking outfit.
And now I will turn around and see my friends. I suppose I owe you all an apology for running off. I look down at this sword. This thing did something to me, and at first I was afraid and forgot what it was like to be in control, and then I suddenly felt freer than I have been in a very long time, but it didn't really give me what I wanted, which was, I gestured to myself, was not this. So perhaps this is best put somewhere safe where no one else will be tempted by it. We must be reminded that we are monsters, and even if we can't hear ours, it's still there, no matter what. I'm sorry for running off and leaving you.
Oh, you could never leave us, Evelyn. We're on you like the lovely perfume you wear. She says with a nice twinkle in her expression.
Oh, Octavia, I did miss your sarcasm.
We could always attempt to store it back at the IOU, or perhaps it's up to you. I do think that the Chantry might be able to store it safely as well.
Yes, I think that is best.
But I'm getting the feeling that this may not be the time for such discussions. With sunrise on
it is
the horizon.
rather early.
Yeah, do you want to come back to my place? We can just check out, hang out,
I think that's the best way to
See
travel
some-
no matter what, so...
see some pests.
Right?
And
Let's go!
You all head back to Rat's temporary haven, which is just a sty, just an awful place.
It's just like a section of the the drainage underground sewer, and then when he walks in, he's like, "Yeah, I lived over there," and he just points like literally 100 feet away for a bit, but now I live here.
It's lovely.
It feels homey.
Yeah.
Smells awful. I mean, Evelyn's right at home.
Yeah.
And you all rest for the day, and that is where we're going to close this chapter and go on break for Tiddies by Night. Good job, y'all!
Yay! Our family's all together again.
Yay!
Oh.
Hey! All right. I tried to make a poem happen for that. Maybe we'll. Here's the thing. It's a long ass poem so far. It's got 18 lines so far.
And you can just show it to Marguerite, and she'll just be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Compared to my last case report poem was 14 lines, and I'm only like halfway through
A lot
the
happened.
chapter.
Yeah, it was a
lot
very
happened.
active one.
Yeah.
Tune in 2 weeks because I'm gonna make Kelly let me start it off with this case report because I've worked so hard on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, housekeeping. The easiest way to support Tabletop Tiddies is to become a patron at patreon.com/Tabletop Tiddies. Lots of cool stuff up there. And if you want to check out our merch,
Ooh.
yay!
Yay!
You can head to tabletoptiddies.threadless.com. And since we've got a lot of new people here, you can also check out all of our Pride collection. All of the profits of our Pride collection go towards Community, which is a nonprofit based in Vancouver that works to improve queer, trans, and two-spirit lives through services, connection, and leadership. That was weird. I said that weird. They're awesome, though.
That's fine.
Make sure you're following us on social media at Tabletop Tiddies, and if you tweet using hashtag #TTTiddies, might name an NPC after you.
Mm-hmm.
We have an audience feedback survey going on right now, so if you like the show and you want to see more and you've got feedback for us, check it out. It will super, super help us as the show continues on into further seasons. This past Monday, we were a part of a big Canadian collab with a bunch of different podcasts, with a story overarching 6 episodes and then like a wrap-up discussion at the end. So go check that out. It's called Sorry. We did episode 5, but there's 6 other episodes. It's all interconnecting, and we're doing a giveaway right now with it, so you should definitely check that out. Because today is the last day to enter, so get those entries in.
There's like some dice in there. There's like the Legends book.
Yeah,
There's
and
another thing.
but you can enter by like following a bunch of all of our accounts and stuff. You can get a bunch of different entries, and it's the last chance. So go hit that. Literally, why not? Our Indiegogo shout out today goes to Patrick Byrne. Thank you so much, Patrick, for donating to our season 2 Indiegogo.
Thank you.
Means the world. All of our information can be found on our website, which is www.tabletoptiddies.com. Every time I'm saying titties, it's with double D's.
Also, go subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
We're just 2 subs away.
Yes. We're like so close to 100 subs on YouTube, so if you want to go subscribe over there, that would be cool. And like we said as well, this was our mid-season finale, so we are away for 2 weeks. Our next show will be on August 24th is our Dungeons & Dragons Into the Revelia show. Then August 25th, we'll be back with Tiddies by Night. More vampire.
Heck yes.
Woo!
Oh my goch, that was so much information. Did I get it all?
You
think
did.
So.
I
think so.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good
Yes,
job.
excellent.
And everyone hold tight because I'm going to send you to the Overlord.
Yay!
They're great.
Some
And they're doing
more.
their Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle ATM. So
And thank you all for rating and saying.
yes, that was
Yeah.
that was
Hype
the
train
big.
out.
Thank
That was
you.
That was very cool. So whatever a hype train is, we're glad
Whatever
it
it
happened.
means. I'm gonna go
I feel
Google it right
hype.
now. Hype train Twitch.
Bye.
It was awesome.
Bye.